ရှိရပါရှင်အောင်လေရေမရှိတော့ကြဘာမှလုပ်မရဘူးချိုးတာတို့တောက်တာတို့လုပ်လို့မရဘူးရေမရှိတော့ကြစားတာတောက်တာအဲရေမပါဘဲနဲ့မရဘူးလေ
King Machu begins and ends each day fetching water from a pond. She spends an hour and a half every morning and every evening fetching water for drinking, cooking, and bathing. Here, water is precious and scarce. She lives in the dry zone of Myanmar. She lives in Popokan, a village in the township of Chao, in the center of the dry zone. Chao means dry in Burmese. Here, villagers spend 3 hours every day collecting water for their families and livestock. 34% of Myanmar's population lives in the dry zone. Water is scarce, vegetation cover is thin, and the soil is severely eroded. However, over the past decades, the climate of Chao has gotten worse. It rains even less. The dry season has become longer. Heat has increased, and the monsoon comes later and ends earlier. Droughts that ravage crops are more common. Extreme weather events such as intense rainfall, cyclones, or droughts are on the rise. Less rain means that water sources dry faster, and people spend more time and money looking for water. The poorest, like Doki Machu, often need to borrow water.
ပတ်စံမရှိတဲ့အခါရေဝဲသွားတဲ့အခါကျချီရောငါရောစိတ်ညစ်ရတာပေါ့အဲရေဝဲခါပတ်စံမရှိတဲ့အခါဆိုစိတ်ညစ်ရတာပေါ့
Kim Ma Wang is only 5, but she is already very independent. She accompanies her mom farming, fetching wood, and collecting plums. They sell plums to be able to buy vegetables during the dry season. Seasonal vegetables and fruits, beans, and rice are at the table every day. They eat meat twice a year. It is a luxury that only few can afford. Kids love it. The family's income can hardly cope with unexpected expenses. Many farmers have seen their production drop due to lack of rain and degraded soils. They take loans from family, friends, or neighbors to cover unexpected expenses like health or children's education. Some of Myanmar's highest poverty rates are found in the rural areas. With only 16% of agricultural land properly irrigated, small-scale farmers are at the mercy of the climate. They can only farm when it rains. To supplement his income, Mu Sui makes palm sugar. Mu Sui remembers a time when farming could sustain a family and the weather didn't disappoint. Other memories from his childhood are also absent. In 1990, 60% of the country was covered with forests. Today, only 45% of the land is forested. Myanmar's forests are deforested out of necessity. 84% of rural households have no access to electricity, and firewood is the main source of energy. This, coupled with less rain and decades of inappropriate farming practices, have left the dry zone's soils severely degraded. It's a vicious cycle that the government of Myanmar, with the support of the United Nations Development Program, is ready to break. The United Nations Development Program and the government of Myanmar have launched a program to improve water access, soil quality, rehabilitate forests, introduce drought-resilient agriculture and livestock methods, and provide farmers with timely climate information so that they can plan and sow accordingly. despite the irregular weather patterns brought by climate change. The 4-year project will benefit 250,000 people. It will help install small-scale water infrastructure, such as canals, community ponds, water pumps, and tube wells for drinking and irrigation. Once complete, the project will improve water supply for 280 villages during the dry season. Irrigation will allow farming even when there is no rain, making farmers less dependent on the climate. The project will build water bunds, rehabilitate watersheds, and establish agroforestry plots to increase soil fertility. It will also introduce safe processing and storage systems for crops to reduce post-harvest losses. A secure life, no longer just a dream, but a possibility. Improving access to water and farming and livestock rearing techniques gives hope to people like Ujo Sao and Dolki Machu, opportunities and a chance at a greener future.